Hey guys, this is Bruce, Be Cool Radios. Today I'm working on a TRC 458, the Navajo base station from the late 70s. You know, these radios are about 45 years old. But sometimes I get them in and I call them a hidden gem. Just look at this guy, it sparkles. It's got that new metal look. Check out the back here. Oh, so nice. Yeah, this radio has low hours on it. The original light bulb was still attached and working. But over here at Be Cool Radios, you see it. I take this thing down to the sheet metal. I take the front off. I give it a detailed cleaning of everything. I go through and replace these capacitors, these critical ones in the power supply that dry up from the heat. And also this pesky C179 RF cap down there. They short out and take out the whole finals. Yeah, you got to replace those. Alright. Show you the bottom of this guy. Very clean. Very clean radio. As you can see here, the PLL has been modded for upper channels. And over here you'll see the clarifier has been opened up, so it receives and transmits on the same frequency according to the clarifier. And why we love these guys, look at that big old crystal filter, 7.8 megahertz. Yeah, these old radios just have that sweet sound and audio. Not like these newer radios that have cheap filters. I bet that filter costs more to make today than a whole CB radio does. So yeah, they don't use those. So that's the tricks to these old radios. Alright, so I'm going to go through and button this guy up. And we'll give you some on-the-air testing. 73s, Be Cool Radios in Seattle. Hey guys, this is Bruce from Be Cool Radios. Today on the bench, we got a Navajo TRC 458 that I'm restoring. And Be Cool Radios wanted to show you folks that yes, you can do this too. It's not that hard. If you can't find a tech, it's almost impossible these days. So really, Be Cool Radios does this to help motivate people to take care of their radios themselves, because I can't do it all, right? So you see here at Be Cool Radios, when I restore a radio, I take it down to the sheet metal. I take off the front face, back and top covers. I go down here and clean these main boards to get rid of 40 plus years of gunk. Yeah, that's how old these radios are. These were made in 1977, 78. Yeah, only made for a couple years. But look at this guy. It looks brand new. I'll show you the backside. I'll tell you what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's called that golden sheen brand new look. 40 years old. Okay, so Be Cool Radios, you know, I've already gone through here and upgraded this radio. I've tuned it up on my station. I got some test equipment over here, SIG gens, oscilloscopes, two-tone generators, frequency counters, whatnot. So I've already tuned this radio up using that test equipment. But I know all you folks don't have all that test equipment. And I'm going to show you, you don't really need too much. These D858 PLL chips, I really feel are some of the best CBs ever made. Yeah, there's a lot of Cobra 2000 fans. They're a great radio too. But they kind of suffer. They used real cheap capacitors made in Taiwan. 10 volt blues we call them. 10 volt caps, how cheap. These radios were made in Japan. And you can see these capacitors down here. You know, I've seen hundreds of these D858 chip CBs. These caps hold up. They're solid. The only two that I actually replace are this power supply cap. Now this one didn't really need it because there's hardly any hours on this one. It had the original light bulbs in it, but I replace them anyway because they're kind of confined in this little spot. They suffer from heat. The other one is this C179. You see that little yellow cap down there? Yeah, that's a titanium cap, or titanium cap. I can't even say it, but I'll give you an idea what they look like. Yeah, this little capacitor, they were kind of pushing the limits on these back in the 70s. So they tend to short out and blow up your finals. So this is the number one thing for any D858 CB. Replace this cap. It's the only thing you're going to do to it. Replace this cap. Okay, the other thing I do is I take out this relay. See this relay here? Well, it's got a plastic cover on it, as you see here. So first you got to take off this little... This guy keeps everything in place, and then you got to pry off the plastic top. There's two tabs on the side. And then once you do that, you'll see these contacts here, they get a little corroded over the age. So what I do is I just take a little piece of paper, get it in that contacts, and then I use some contact cleaner on this paper, and I'll go back and forth kind of in a wiping action to clean those contacts to get them all shiny and working the way they're supposed to. What else can I tell you here? Yeah, these radios really are good. Now, some people put them down because, you know, they didn't have a mic control on the front. Well, here's the mic control. As you can see, this guy here is turned up all the way. You use a power mic. You can turn it down on that end. And here, this is your mod limiter. And you see that's kind of turned up. These guys have awesome mod. There's a 2-stage amplifier in here that actually works on AM and sideband. So what you'll see is it will make these stock microphones sound like a power mic. Yeah, these are great rigs. Okay, in the next video, I'm going to go over some of the tune-up points and show you how I do this. Because you can do this without the tools, just using your antenna. Alright, 73s. Watch the next vid.